Hi Cancer, this is Jessica with Cardinal Signs. This is a reading focused on a choice or decision that you need to make during the month of May. So some guidance on two options here. We have option A and option B. If you have more than two options available to you, these are going to be the two most viable options. So before we get going, I need you to decide which of your choices is going to be represented by option A and which of your two choices is going to be represented by option B. You can do this instinctively. It might be very clear to you, but if you need a general guideline to help you out here, option A would be the option that most closely resembles your current situation, or the option that would require the least amount of change or upheaval. It could be the option that you consider to be the safest, or the choice that would be most logical. Option B would be the choice that is the most significant departure from your current situation. It would require significant change. You might consider this the higher risk choice, or this could be the choice that is based more so on gut instinct and intuition. So once you decide, stick with it. No changing once I start flipping cards. I asked for additional guidance here for symbols that represent each of your two choices. So for choice 1, option A here, I see a steering wheel. So what this is telling me is that you have complete control over this choice, to go left or to go right, whichever one you want. Now, interestingly enough, I'm actually seeing an arrow for when I asked for a symbol for option B. I'm seeing an arrow that's pointing to the right, or pointing east, if that's significant to you. Now this is the right hand option, and that did come up for option B, so just keep that in mind. It's not a definitive saying that you should choose option B. It's really up to your specific situation. So let's see what the cards have to say. For this spread, I have overall energy up top here. I have 3 cards for each of your two choices that represent things that you need to consider for each choice. And then I have an outcome card. So the outcome card is what you can expect if you choose this option, or what you can expect if you choose this option. So let's get going here. Overall energy for choice 1 is abundance, the King of Pentacles. What we need to consider here is the Queen of Cups, receptivity. We have the 8 of Swords, guilt, and we have the 2 of Wands, possibilities. Outcome card for choice 1 is trust. This is the Page of Cups. For option 2, overall energy, we have playfulness. This is the Knight of Wands. 3 things that we need to consider with option B are the 2 of Swords, schizophrenia, the 7 of Cups, projections, and the 6 of Cups, the dream. Outcome, if you decide to go with option B, is the Empress, creativity. Okay, so let's start off by talking about option A. So overall energy here, abundance with the King of Pentacles. This could be related to work, but there's a lot of cups showing up here, so this could also be an emotional connection, talking about a relationship. It's obviously going to be different for everybody. This is general reading. So with the King of Pentacles, though, there is, as it says on the bottom, an enormous amount of abundance here. So this can be an abundance of stability. This could be an abundance of emotion. But whatever it is, there's a lot of it. This is a fairly relaxed King of Pentacles. He's very allowing. He's very open to whatever may be. He's kind of got his carpet rolled out there, and he's just accepting whatever happens to mosey its way towards him. What we need to consider here with this choice, with the Queen of Cups, there's a great deal of openness, which pairs well with the King of Pentacles energy. Receptivity, so you're open to this choice. It's like you're approaching it with an open heart and an open mind. You're allowing things in. We do have this paired here with the guilt card, though, so there's a lot of internal conflict, mental conflict in particular, going around and around in your head. With guilt coming up here, this could be guilt about how your decision is going to affect another person. It's very possible that this is indeed a person, this Queen of Cups. So Cups is represented by Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Now, you are a water sign, but I feel like this would be more so speaking towards someone in your external environment, someone that this is going to have an effect on, and perhaps you're feeling that you don't want to let this person down, or you're feeling that if you go with this option, you might have some nagging guilt about how this choice is going to affect this other person. So you are considering the impact that your choice and decision is going to have on another. With the Two of Wands here, I see you planning very carefully and considering your options very carefully. You are going around and around in your head with that Eight of Swords energy, feeling very trapped, feeling very restricted, and yet you are able to get a bird's eye view and see and survey your situation very carefully before you come to your decision. There is, as I said, a lot of careful planning here. There's some strategy. Definitely you are coming up with a strategy. As the outcome, we have, again, a very open and free energy. This is trust. This is a free fall. There's a sense of the need for faith and in letting go and allowing. This can be very scary. There's that sense of in your stomach, in the pit of your stomach, that really anxious feeling, but it's exhilarating at the same time. With this thing, it's new and definitely a lot of emotions, positive and negative. There's anticipation, but there's also a little bit of fear on the edge of that too. Let's move on to option B here. Overall energy, we have the Knight of Wands, playfulness. So this is very light. This is very happy, uplifting. It makes you feel good. When you think about this choice, it's freeing. It's very it's like you're receiving a treat almost. Things that you need to consider about option B. Now, this is the classic decision card where you're torn between two options here. It's very cerebral, very in your head, going back and forth between the two options, and it's weighing very heavily on your mind. You may feel like you are trapped or wedged between these two options, unable to come to a conclusion, unable to move. Now, what you need to realize that this energy is paralyzing, and it doesn't serve you in being able to be objective with your choice. There is the need for being more like the birds up here and with this card, and really getting a good perspective and a really good bird's eye view and looking at all aspects of your two options so that you can come to a reasonable conclusion. Now we have the Seven of Cups here, projection. So there's a sense here that something is not as it seems. So this is also being overwhelmed. You in particular may be faced with more than two options. Two for sure, two very strong definitive options, but there may be other options that are kind of circulating around this situation. But in general, I think there is something here that is not as it seems. So you're going to have to do some digging and figure out what that is. So if you think something is one way, you may find out that that's not true and that it's really more so a different way. This can be related to a person not being as they seem, or this can be like, let's say it's a job offer and it looks really promising and like fantastic, and you're going to be on a great team of people and they're so much fun, but then you go to the interview and you realize that everybody's really like high strung or something, and it's not exactly as it was originally portrayed to you, just as an example. Now we have the Six of Cups here, and this kind of goes along with the Seven of Cups energy, where you're this is like daydreaming about something. This is imagining something, but the point being that what you imagine is not always rooted in reality. So that's the caution here. Make sure that you're not making this situation, option B, try not to blow it out of proportion and really pump it up beyond what it merits. If you're leaning towards this, I think you need to take a really good hard look, and if it's all positive stuff that you're seeing, oh, but it's got this and this and this, try to find a fault in it. Try to find that crack where something is being hidden and is not being portrayed accurately. Because I see that being the case. That being said, you are feeling very good about this option. It is a very feel-good decision that you're being faced with. Perhaps something that you have been considering for a very long time. The Six of Cups energy is going further back into the past. This can be, again, you thinking about someone, but this could also be you just thinking about something. This could be, a job that you've been wanting for a long time. This can be you having wanted to move house for a long time and you're daydreaming about your ideal. But you need to be very clear and very specific on what your ideal is. As the outcome, we have the Empress card, creativity. So this is, again, very abundant energy. You have very abundant energy with the King of Pentacles here in option A. And again, you're ending with very abundant energy in option B. So there is, this is an excellent card for manifesting. As an outcome with this option, there's a fair amount of freedom. There's a lot of wiggle room with this option. This may be a more flexible outcome for you, whereas this one is a little bit more up in the air. So it's not clear exactly where you're going to end up. There is the promise that it will be good with the trust. I'm going to pull an additional card of guidance for you for both options. So for Cancer, what else does Cancer need to know about option A? An additional card of guidance for Cancer regarding option A. What else does Cancer need to know? about option A. And an additional card of guidance for Cancer regarding option B. What else does Cancer need to know as they consider option B? Additional guidance to help Cancer as they decide. What do they need to know about option B? Okay, so for option A, we have beauty. Now, what I'm getting from this card, do you see how huge this headdress is on her head? It's overwhelming. and this to me is kind of pairing with this Eight of Swords energy, where there's an overwhelming amount of thoughts going around and around in your head, weighing you down, like you're feeling trapped in your head. It's very heavy, cerebral energy here. So just be aware of that. And try to free yourself again with that bird's eye view to come up out of that heavy thought process energy and be as objective as possible. For option B, again, we've got really light energy here with playfulness. This is paired very well with the Knight of Wands. We have the color red being very significant in both of these cards. Red is an energy of passion. Red can also be an energy of suppression and anger. It's the color of your root chakra. So this choice can be a very stable option for you, an option that you feel very safe and secure in, that offers a lot of stability and groundedness. But overall, it's a very feel-good option. So I see you being, this is almost, with the daydream, it's almost seductive to think about this option. It's like you keep on playing around with it and imagining how it's going to be, and it really is up to you with the creativity card here to make it whatever you want. There, like I said, there's a lot of flexibility with this outcome, and I see you being really in charge of directing the outcome of option B. Now, I can't choose for you, and I won't. I've just presented the energy for you, and now it's up to you to take what I've said, and it's not all going to resonate because we've got a lot of different people watching and everybody has their unique situation. So just pick the little pieces that I've said that really pop out for you. Apply it to your situation, and hopefully that helps to clarify and aids you as you choose between your two choices here. If you liked this reading, give it a thumbs up, and I'll know that I have demand to do more readings like this. Feel free to comment below on how you liked it or how this pans out for you, how it was helpful. I'd love to hear about that. I hope you have a wonderful month of May, and I hope that this has helped you in your choice or your decision that you have to make. So take care of yourself, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.